You say, keep it a beat. You fuck what? You fuck what? Bro. Bro, you do what?
Fuck training, so what?
That's thorough?
Because
Like, that's not thorough. You sucking dick and all that. That's not thorough, sucking dick and all that.
He don't suck dick. He don't get
He suck dick. You say, keep it a beat. You fuck what? You fuck what? Bro. Bro, you do what?
fuck training, so what?
That's thorough?
Because
Like, that's not thorough. You sucking dick and all that. That's not thorough, sucking dick and all that.
He don't suck dick. He don't get
He suck dick.
All right. I wanted to play that 2 times so you could hear it. You know, I want to give a thank you to LaRon for sending this video to me. When he first sent this video to me, I wanted to speak on it, right? And I didn't make a video about it because I was like, you know, I'm happy that we're moving in a direction where people are able to proudly proclaim who it is that they choose to love for whatever the reason is that they choose to love them, right? And then I found out this morning that the guy took his life. I'm listening to this, like, these people, and if you look at them standing around, they got their cameras, everybody got their camera up for the show. Groups of men, and the guy on the camera, that's not thorough, that's not, well, what business, are you the person who is doling out the definition of what thorough is? No, this is not thorough. Worried about another man's penis is not thorough. What sense does it make? How does it concern them what this man does with his penis? How does it concern them what he does with his mouth? It's like, because he's like, sucking D is not thorough, sucking D is not thorough. Dude, you standing up there surrounding a man for choosing to have the type of intercourse he likes to have, for being with who it is he's attracted to in the ways that he's attracted to them. How does it concern you? And it's like this, I'm confused, and I'm making this video because I'm hoping that someone can help me understand. When are we going to shift away from this toxic masculinity so that masculinity to them only looks this way? It doesn't look that way, but it's masculine to stand around taunting and jeering at a person who is proudly proclaiming who it is that they choose to be with. How many of them can't do that? How many of these men are hobosexuals? Like to roll over onto a big chick 2 o'clock in the morning, or April 14th, like to roll over to a big chick, but then don't want anybody to see them with it. But your penis gets hard for the big chick. Your penis gets hard for whomever it is that you choose to be with. Yet, when all is said and done, you can't proudly proclaim, look, this is what I like. I respected this dude because he's able to say, you know what? This is what I like. This is what I like. And how does it concern you? So the toxic masculine that goes along with feeling as if we have ownership of men's sexuality and their masculinity, especially for Black men, because Black men are so adept, so apt at looking at another Black man. I remember when I used to watch The Wire, and Omar was with other men, and there were people who lambasted Omar because he was with other men. And I remember that when The Wire came out, this was around the time that I was really truly learning about masculinity, sexuality, gayness, and all this other stuff, and what it is that we have inside of our minds about what is gay and what is not gay is really warped. You know, it's like men don't really understand oh God, what is this word? Power bottom. Thank you. Thank you to the people. Thank you to the people on my live broadcast who taught me this word, power bottom. Lord, I remember when I was first learning about what gayness really is, what it really looks like, right? And it doesn't look like what we think it looks like. And men don't really understand that they soften themselves for women. They make themselves malleable, and they soften themselves. They make themselves vulnerable, and they open themselves in a way that does not exist in some man-on-man relationships. Like when we think of a gay man, we think of, you know, the boys that we knew from school who would be double dutching, and they'd be like, lemon on line to be on time, take a, and all of those, the UGLYU, those boys that used to step and dance and all that other stuff with us when we were little. That's what we think gayness looks like. But no, gayness looks like the football player with all his rippling muscles, with the beard and the deep voice, 6'3", 255 pounds. Gayness looks like that. Gayness looks like the slim swimmer. Gayness looks like the power lifter. Almost said power bottom again. Gayness looks like the power lifter who's lifting up those barbells. Gayness looks like the man in the jalabia with the Muslim garb on his head. Gayness looks like, for every configuration that there is of men out there, that's what gayness looks like as well. Remember Omar, whose book was it? God, I don't remember the author of the book, but he came out with this series of books where he discovered his sexuality, he discovered men, and it's a black guy. He became really famous for like a hot second, but then I don't know what happened to him, because I remember reading his books back in the days, and I remember how he was talking about how he was playing, you know, the video games with his roommate, right? And then one thing led to another. But it's like what we think gayness looks like really is not. And I don't understand why we're so angry at men who are effeminate. It's like this world wouldn't be as glamorous. It wouldn't be as full if we didn't have effeminate men. I remember when I saw Cats and Mr. Mistopheles and what was Rum Tum Tugger with his tight pants on, the fur boots around his... What would this world be like if we didn't have flamboyant men? It wouldn't. It's like, and especially for us black people, we get so much of our slang and so much of our flair from gay black men. And you know how it's like, you know how we criticize these people who like to blackfish and they put on the darker makeup to try to make themselves look like a black woman, and in their minds they like, I ain't doing nothing wrong, it's just a tan with makeup, I'm just bringing out my natural melanin. Even though you look at how we reward them for it, like Kylie Jenner and these people, and Ariana Grande, who was stark white with no lips. I saw a picture of her before and after. And so it's like, the same way that we get on these people who hate black people but love blackness, right? It's like we purport that we hate gay people, but all of the magnificence that comes in our culture, it's like we siphon off all of these things from the culture, all of these slang words, the stuff that gets hot, like drag for filth, red for filth, like just so many, I know you effing lying. How many of us know Zoe? It's like all of these magnificent things that are given to the culture from black men, and then from gay black men, and then we turn around and we turn on them. And it's like, I'm so confused. All the snaps and all this stuff. And it's like there's so much of our own identity that is supplanted from what it is that we gain from this. We suck and siphon from this community, and then we turn around and discriminate against them. We are the biggest hypocrites. And so when it comes to transgender, that's a whole other issue. That's a whole other issue. I remember, right? Listen, there's a lot of things that you all don't know about me. One day, maybe we'll know all of them, right? I remember that there was this football player. I told you all about this years ago, this football player. This is how I know firsthand experience. Football player, big rippling muscles. No one would ever know. And behind the scenes, he was asking me to have a threesome with him and a person who is transsexual, right? Transgender. And I was like, no, I'm not attracted to women. I mean, you have to really think about what is really presented and what is it. You know what? Let's take off all the airs. Let's have a serious conversation amongst ourselves, right? We have to really think about what is being presented to you. And when he offered this, he was like, yeah, but you know, it's a guy, right? And I was like, no, I have no desire. I'm not attracted to femininity. I have no desire to lick upon bubby and be around hips and softness and fatty parts. I have no desire for that. Not at all. And I had to really kind of be like, I had to search within myself, because I'm like, listen, I know you say that this is a guy, but this person is very feminine. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested, right? And so we have to really kind of take the time to really think about, okay, if a man is attracted to a person who presents as woman, he's attracted to femininity. He's attracted to the fatty parts. He's attracted to bosom. Because I'm not going to be looking on nobody's bubbies. I just don't want that in my life. I don't want that. You know? And it really made me kind of think like, what is really going on here? So these people jeering and leering at this guy, and I can guarantee you that there's some inside that crowd who got their own curiosity. Listen to me. Those people jeering at him, because why the obsession? Why are you obsessed with who the man like? How it concern you? Why the obsession with his penis, what his mouth is doing? Who's thinking about him sucking D? You hollering this out? Let me see you, son. Let me go deep into the recesses of your mind. Let me go to where your finger is clicking around on these porn sites. Let us go there and see what the real deal is then, son. Let's see then, baby. Let's see. Because it's like, you hollering this out. Listen, by the time you ever, like if I said, a pink elephant wearing blue boots in the middle of a brick room, right? By the time I say those words, your mind, because of how the human mind works, your mind is already picturing what? A pink elephant with blue boots in a small brick room. Your mind already pictures it. So by the time he's like, you sucking dick? You sucking dick? You suck dick? You got dick in your mouth? You got balls gurgling down. By the time he starts saying all of that, you've already imagined it, son. It's all inside of your mind. Why are you fantasizing about this man and what he's doing with his mouth? I'm curious, sir. Why? So I guarantee you that some of those men gathered around him leering and jeering like old gladiator days, where people come into the gang up on one another in the damn Coliseum, like those old days, the ravenous ness of low vibrating people out for blood. I can guarantee you that some of them standing around him got a hankering or two of their own. I can guarantee. So like I was saying, what it is that we think of homosexuality and what homosexuality really is. What it is that we think about the whole transgender really is. What it is that we think about the whole transgender thing and what it really is. Like I said in yesterday's video, please don't wait until it's one of your children or one of your friends who is affected by it. Let's make this world inhabitable for all people. Listen, this man being with man is nothing new. It goes back to the dawn of time. People are going to be with who it is that they're attracted to. What is new now is all of the judgment. If you read all of these stories about all these old philosophers who love themselves, a young, hairless young man, all of these, and if you look back and people are like, oh, this didn't exist in Africa. If you look on the pyramid walls, they got depiction of man loving man. It's like, why can't we allow, and you see what? Listen, women, it behooves you to really open the door and open the space for men to be who it is that they truly want to be. It behooves you, because then you get to learn and understand. People, you think people don't want to come out of their hiding spaces? Of course. And so it behooves you to allow people the space to be honest without shame. That way you can make the decision which is right for you. Like that man who came and he said he wanted me to be in this threesome with him and a person who's transgender, and I was like, that's not my thing. That's not my thing. And the sad part about it is I think that I must have been one of very few places where he was able to really truly express himself and be open, because he tried to hold on to our association for years upon years and still trying to come around and stuff, but he didn't really have much to offer outside of wanting to enact these fantasies of his, and so I couldn't stay in that association and in that friendship, because you know what I mean? So it's like, ladies, beware. By the time you start talking to your man and he's all concerned and consumed with some other man's penis, something's going on. And you might want to really truly open up your eyes. And on that note, I'm gonna get out of here. I would say I want your comments below, but I already know what it's going to be like. I already know, because we're so close-minded. And it's like, it reminds me of when I was in New York. I went to this place in Brooklyn to hang out, and I met this Ghanaian guy at the bar, and he was telling me about Liberia, and he was saying, Black Americans went over to Liberia and attempted to enslave the people who were natively there, right? And I was like, why would they do that? I'm like, they have this opportunity to be free, but then they go there and they attempt to enslave. And I'm like, why? It just didn't make any sense. And he said, you know what? That's all they knew. They escaped from an environment where they were enslaved. And it was all they knew, how to enslave. And us as Black people, subjugated, now reaching back to subjugate others, to shame, mimic, and mock others. It's like it's all we know. But when will the time come? When will the time come for us to say no more? No more. Stop this. No more. Enough is enough. When will the time come for us to view people and see them with their humanity, the same way we want people to see us with ours? It's so strange. It's like people want to hide in plain sight. They want to hide behind their thoughts and ideas, because they're like, oh, if I put on a red hat and say, send them back, then people won't notice I'm an immigrant too. People won't notice that I came here in chain migration. Send them back! Send them back! Right? Because it's like they want to hide in plain sight. How many of us are hiding from our shadow selves? I get you all on the phone and we talk and like other people can see it. But it's like you can't see it. You're in this lost space. Do I want to say a sunken place? You're in this lost space where you can't see it. You can't see it. But other people can see it. Once you become self-aware, and it's like there are far too many men who know that they have curiosities and proclivities, who are taunting other men because they want to hide behind their words, knowing that their feelings are something different behind the scenes. Listen, this is my book. Let's see if you could, let me see if I could. Okay, here we go. This is my book, the Book of Affirmations. Let's see. The Book of Affirmations, Self-Love. The book is only $20. It's available on, now it's too bright. It's available on, I can't get the thing. All right. It's available on Amazon. And the book is doing really well on Amazon. On Amazon, they ship it out Prime. You get it overnight in some places. If you come to my website, TonyaTKO.com, I autograph it for you. This book right here, it's an affirmations workbook. And it helps you, I am a certified clinical hypnotherapist. It helps you rewrite your subconscious programming. If you have feelings on the inside that are less than self-loving, get this book and rewrite those programmings inside. I'm not sure if I gave my intro in the beginning of the video because I remember I just jumped right into it. But I am a certified clinical hypnotherapist. I'm a self-love specialist. My specialty is assisting us in loving ourselves and one another. On that note, I'm going to let you all get out of the video. Go ahead, rate, subscribe, share the video. Hopefully this will open up dialogue with other people. All right? I'm looking forward to starting the conversation because this type of stuff has to end. People shouldn't be tempted to take their lives because of who it is that they love. Why can't we just let people love who they love? How does it affect us? And the crazy part about it is, just like in Amsterdam where they have the red light district, when you allow people to participate in activities that they're going to participate in anyway, when you allow them to participate in it freely of their own free volition, we all stay safer. So this guy, he took his life, but he was threatening to take his girlfriend's life too. It was like she had to run out of there and get away from him because he wanted to do some sort of co-taking of life. He wanted to take her life and then take his after, but thank goodness she got away. Because as I said, a black woman is murdered every 19 hours in this country. And I know that some of us will say, oh, well, she wasn't a woman. Listen, some of you tell me the stats because I can imagine that the stats for a transgender woman are even more startling. Even more startling. You know what, as a matter of fact, I'm going to look it up right now. I'm not going to get out of this video until we... we're going to look up transgender I can't say certain words in my video. So let's look this up and see, because I can imagine that the numbers are very high. Look at this. Shocking rates. Shocking rates. And I haven't had a chance to really dive into it, but maybe you can take a look. Like some of you who know more than I know. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. More than half of transgender male teens who participated in a survey reported attempting in their lifetime, while 29% of transgender female teens said they attempted to take their life. Among non-binary youth, 41% of the respondents stated that they had attempted at some time in their lives. And this is just the attempt. I'm sorry that I'm not well prepared. I'm sweating because it's so hot in here. Because in order to make the video, I have to turn off my AC. See what I do for you all out of love? See what I do? It got me sitting here sweating. Yeah. Listen, contact the prevention hotline. I'll put the number below. If you're going through something, because this is too much. Why should a person not be here on earth like any one of us? What makes us feel that we have more right to exist than they do? Listen, I'm gonna get out of here. I wish you all nothing but love and success. Go out there and love one another. But most importantly, what? That's right, love yourself. Love yourself. And part of loving yourself is being honest with yourself and allowing people to be honest with you too. Part of loving yourself is minding your damn business and letting people love who the hell they want to love. Let's end with that. Mind your damn business. Stop concerning yourself with other people's genitalia. Unless that person is attempting to get with you, and even so, if you're not interested, just say you're not interested. Why does it have to be more than that? Like that person who came to me and asked me, I was like, I'm not interested in that. And I went about my business. Just if you're not interested, you're not interested. Why do we have to harm other people or ostracize people? Gosh. And you know what the crazy part about it is, that our society, we're the ones who lambast them. But in certain Native American cultures, a person who's transgender is called two souls. And they're considered to be, of the highest level of spirituality, coming incarnated as two souls in one. And it's like it's all a matter of perspective. Look, let me get out. Leave your comment below, subscribe, share, leave your comments. At least let's start the dialogue. I know there's going to be a lot of ignorance, but it's like the flower in the concrete. I'm hoping for that little bit of beauty that'll come out of what I know is going to be an ugly conversation. But try me in the comments and see if you don't get removed from my channel here today. Huh?